Patriot Prime Reviews is a channel for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
The feature box in this video is the Transformers Blokees Galaxy Version Series 1 Rollout. Now, I've been looking at these little Blokees figures for quite some time. I see Facebook ads for them all over the place, and I was really surprised when Blokees reached out to me and asked if I would review their figures to show off to you guys. I gladly said yes, and now I have a case of Blokees in my hand. Now, what Blokees are these little miniature non-transformable Transformer figures that you build like model kits, but they're fully playable. They got great articulation, and I really can't wait to check them out. So let's take a quick look at the packaging right here. We've got all of the Blokees figures rushing into battle. I see Prime, Megatron, Thundercracker, Skywarp, Ratchet. There's Ironhide, Prowl, Jazz. The case includes 9 figures and a bonus. So there's 9 altogether, but one could be a bonus. So let's go ahead and get this package opened up. Check it out. Now, once you get your package all opened up, you can form it into a nice looking display right here, but you do see the individual bots in individual boxes. Taking one of the boxes out so we can take a look at, you've got Optimus Prime there on the front. These are fully licensed by Hasbro for the 40th anniversary. This side of the package features all of the bots in the series: Ironhide, Jazz, Prime, Special Prime, Blue Streak, Prowl, Ratchet, Thundercracker, Skywarp, and Megatron. Megatron on this side, and on the back is a description of the figures. So now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get one of these boxes opened up and check him out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. Now, once you get your Blokees box all opened up, you'll see that on the inside you get some instructions, a small bag, and a large bag. Now, the instructions are very well illustrated and easy to follow, and they cover all of the different figures. Now, I'm going to admit I've cheated a little bit. I've already put together 3 figures just so I know what I'm doing. So the first thing we're going to open up is the small box right here, or the small baggie. Flip that open, and inside, this is where you have your stand, your hands, and your joints. This bag has all the extra pieces to form your figures. Go ahead and cut that up. Now, make sure all of your pieces are down on the bottom before you start cutting with the scissors. And let's see, it looks like we've got Jazz. It comes with this little hog style thing, little card. We can scan the QR code right there, find them on Facebook. So there is Jazz. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and move the robot pieces out of the way, and then we're going to focus on the joint sections. Now, with these, what I've discovered is you want to do one of these at a time, and they're really easy to pop out. This is the shoulder joint. Now, if you're using nippers, do not clip these little parts right here. Just use your hands. You don't really need nippers whatsoever. They pop out really easy. So go ahead and pop all those out, just like so. Now, you do have little symbol pieces right here. It's kind of hard to see on the white, but that's an Autobot insignia, so you can go ahead and pop that out if you want. Now, what you're going to do, let me make sure I got all the pieces here, is you're going to form the joints. You've got the little section right here with a hole through it, and then you've got a little section here with a peg. And what you want to do is line these up just like so. There we are. So now you have a joint. Go ahead and do the other one. Now, the first figure I had, I opened up, or I popped out all the joints, and then I got them mixed up. So you don't want to do that because they have to line up just right, so when you straighten them out, they line up perfectly just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out the joints of this one and get those together, and we'll be right back. Okay, I got all of the joints assembled. They're right here, and the second set came with a little Decepticon logo. So now let's go ahead and build the figure. We're going to start right here with his torso. Now, you do have these little clear ball joint peg things. So what you want to do first is take one of those and put it in the neck of the torso, press down, and you'll hear that click right into place. That's really hard to do with your thumb, so use your table or whatever, pop that in, you're good to go. Now another thing I also learned, let me find his leg pieces. So these are his lower legs right here. You're going to put those same clear ball joints in these as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that just to get these out of the way. So it's going to go right here on the bottom. Press down. Nice satisfying click. And get this last one in. And there we go. Now we're going to take the torso. I just lost it. There it is. Take the torso and you're going to attach the shoulder joints. These are these pieces I showed off earlier. Snap those on. And how you do it, make sure the joint is up, just like so. Now you're going to find the waist piece. This is going to straighten these up just a little bit more. There you go. This is the waist piece right here. And you've got these two sections that go on both sides of that. Let's see if I can find those. That's really hard to do looking through the camera. So there's one. Go ahead and pop that on. And here is the other. Now with Jazz, both of these waist sections right here are exactly the same. A couple of the other figures I had, you want to pay attention because there is a front and a back. Now you're going to take this piece, connect it to the body, just like so. Now we're going to look for the upper arm pieces, which are these little skinny pieces right here that have these small little notches on either side. Snap those onto the shoulder. There's one. And here's the other. Now we're going to look for the thigh pieces, which are these larger pieces. They kind of look like the shoulder pieces, but be careful. Make sure you put the right ones on because these are larger and they don't have the little pegs. So peg that in right there on his hip. Just like so. And now we're going to start utilizing the joints. We're going to put a joint right here for the elbow. Push that in. You'll hear it click. And make sure you have that angled right. As you can see, that's an elbow. We'll go ahead and do another one. It doesn't matter which joints you use. They're all universal. So there is the elbow. Got that one on backwards. Do the same thing for knee joints. Press in. You'll hear it snap. And there we go, coming right along. Now we're going to take the leg pieces that I used earlier. And you got this big flat section right here. That's the front of the leg. You can also tell by the groove right there. You'll line it up with your joint. Press in. There we go. And pop the arm off. But they're on ball joints. They're easy to pop on and off. No problem. Let's see. Get this one. All right. Let's go ahead and put his feet on. So these are the feet, and it doesn't matter. They're both the same. You don't have to worry if they're left and right. Get those snapped on. Nice satisfying click. Now let's go ahead and put the front of his legs on. And with Jazz, it looks like there's going to be wheels that go on the side of the leg. So you'll notice you do have a left and a right here. Most of the skeleton sections, this inner piece, this inner part right here is the same for all of the figures. It's just a lot of their outside pieces are different. And how this works, it just snaps right on to the front of the leg, just like so. We'll get the other one. a little faster now that I don't have as many pieces to go through. All right, there we go. Now we've got the forearms, and what you do is just line up the square with the joint. Now there are holes on either side. I've discovered I like to put the holes on the inside of the arm, so that would make this one a left arm. Push in until you hear the click. There you go. Some of them are harder to get on than others. Put that in. Keep popping the arm off. All right. Now let's take these shoulder pieces, which are these square sections right here. And what you want to do is line up the smaller notch with the top of the arm. If you look in, there are grooves. Those grooves are going to line up with the little tabs on the shoulder. So you'll slide that right over, and you'll hear it snap into place, just like so. Got another one right here. Snap that in, and we are coming right along. Now let's go ahead and attach his chest. There's the front. You're going to line that up. Now you want to be careful with these. The little pegs earlier I told you not to clip off. Make sure those are lined up perfectly straight when you put the chest on. So we got that. It's a snug fit. Goes right around the neck. And now we're going to attach his back. Lots of nice painted details right there. Line that up. Squeeze it together. And there we go. Jazz is coming right along. Now, Jazz has these little extra sections right here that are going to slot over right there on the leg. So we're going to have to put that right there. Let's go ahead and get this one. Slot that over. And let's see, he does have his little wheels. Peg the wheels on the peg, just like so. All right. Now let's get his head attached. You have the face, which is separate from the helmet. And the helmet, if you look in, has little notches as well. So just kind of line up right here. See, there's pegs. Line that up. Now, I've discovered that the heads can be tricky. So one of the things you may want to do is go ahead and attach the head to the ball on the neck, and then to fit the helmet over top of it. And that actually worked a little better. No, it didn't. There we go. So now we have these little wheels right here. Those peg onto the shoulders. Just like so, and Jazz's head popped off. I didn't get that on right. Let me try. Okay, Jazz was one of the trickier heads to attach, but I got it, and it's looking pretty good. So now let's go ahead and attach his doors. You have the left and the right. They peg in right here on the back. Just like so. We are almost done. Now let's give him some fists. Let's go ahead and give him one closed fist for the right hand and an open palm for the other. And Jazz comes with a blaster. Put that in his hand, and there we have Jazz all finished. And man, I love the looks of these things. They just scream G1. I mean, I love them. I'm an old G1er myself, and I think these are great. They got tons of sculpted details, brightly colored, and fairly easy to put together. You got a couple issues, trying to get pieces to fit just right, but once they line up, you're good to go. I mean, that just looks awesome. And articulation, everything as you see is on a ball joint. The head could look up and down, all around. Arms go out, they go in. There is a bicep bend. There's a bicep rotation, wrist rotation, waist rotation. Legs go forward, they go back, out, in, knee bend, and ankle tilt. So how cool is that? Tons of articulation for these guys. They come with the stand, so you can hook them in, give them all kinds of cool battle poses, if you will. Let's see, let's do the old knee down, arm out. Yeah, that looks awesome. That is so cool. I mean, they do a really good job with these. I absolutely love them. Dylan actually helped me, my son, put a couple of them together, and he really liked them as well. So, you know, not only are they for you, they're also for your kid. Now, with the little symbols, insignias, if you so choose, you can flip these arms around where that little peg hole, you can have it on the out of the arm or outer arm. You can peg those in like he's demonstrating his symbol on a watch or something, if you so choose. But there's that. There is Jazz. He looks awesome. Now, let me go ahead and get the other figures put together, and we'll show off the whole set. And here we have the whole series all put together. And I lucked out. I got the Optimus Prime chase figure, the special Optimus Prime. And man, he looks so good. I love the metallic paint scheme on him. All the extra added details, everything just really pops on this chase figure. Now, the chase comes with the Energon axe, where the regular version of Prime just has the multiple hands and the blaster. Now, Prime also came with a blast effect, and that just plugs in the tip of the blaster, just like so, if I can get it in. So now it looks like Prime is opening fire. How cool is that? I love this Optimus Prime. I wish this is the one I opened on camera because I flipped out. And looking at these figures all the way around, they just look stunning. That is awesome. I really love that Optimus Prime. Now let's take a look at Megatron here. Megatron came with a pointer finger, so he can point and order his Decepticons around. Great paint applications, great sculpted details. He just looks amazing. They did such a good job with him. I love the color scheme with him. He's got the red joints that really pop on the figure with the gray and the black. He's got his fusion cannon, so you can utilize a blast effect with him as well. So there's Megatron opening fire. I kind of wish he came with his mace, but really it's no biggie. He still looks awesome. So now let's take a look at Prowl, another great looking figure. And once again, great paint applications, very stunning. You know, to be honest, I'm not sure if a lot of that is paint or maybe some kind of water decal, but nonetheless, it looks awesome. It's flawless. Right here, if you look at his waist, see the crotch piece right here? Remember I said earlier how some crotch pieces or some of the waist pieces have details on one side and not the other? Prowl was a perfect example. He's got these two rocket launchers on his shoulders. He's got a little blaster that can utilize the same blast effect, but it just clips on top of the blaster like so. So there you go. Now we've got Prowl opening fire. Moving on from Prowl, let's take a look at Thundercracker. Once again, looks really good. Love the paint applications. Got kind of a little smirk on his face right there. These guys just look amazing. I can't get over the details on these little figures right here. Let's go ahead and bring in Skywarp. And Skywarp, let's see, it looks like he has the same face sculpt, but, you know, he's a seeker. They're the repaints, and I gave him an open hand. So yeah, these things just look awesome. Going from the Seekers to Blue Streak right here, who is a repaint of Prowl. Still looks great. I love all of the attention to detail on these figures. The headlights look so good. Just love these guys. Of course, there's no paint applications on the inside of the doors, but that's no biggie whatsoever. The window decals on the legs look awesome. Let's see, we've looked at Jazz. Let's go ahead and bring in Ironhide and Ratchet. Right there, let's see. Pretty much, I can't tell if their face sculpts are different or not. But poor old Ironhide, I just noticed he's got a cracked chest, so he's been in battle. Ratchet, he's got a heart monitor, or maybe a spark monitor on his chest. But these guys, just like the others, look so good. Blokees, I love these figures. I mean, you just really hit the old heartstrings for this old G1er because these little guys look amazing. They remind me of Action Masters but with a lot more posability, and they're a little bit bigger. Now, if you happen to be interested in these Blokees figures, I will put a link to the Blokees website in the description of this video. And once again, I have to give a huge shout out to Blokees for providing me with these figures to show off to you. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you're in any position to help out the channel, I do have a super thanks button, and I also offer channel memberships. And I have to give a huge shout out and thank you to all my current channel members, because it is your support that helps keep this channel going. Once again guys, this is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah!